Well, that's very nice. Getting a lot of big names signed. It's almost full. It's almost full. All right, as I said, my first guest, terrific young actress. She just starred in the summer hit Fantastic Four. Her new movie is called Into the Blue. It premieres this Friday. Please welcome the lovely Jessica Alba. Congratulations on Fantastic Four. That was a big hit, wasn't it?
Yes, thank you. It broke the box office slump.
Oh, well, that's very good.
Very excited. Good. Yeah, thank you everyone who saw Fantastic Four.
Now, I read something about you. I read that you, as a kid, you had OCD. What is that, the compulsive?
No, I did. When I was a kid, for some reason, I washed my hands constantly. I was never the kid with filthy hands, and I would, like, lock the doors and unplug everything in the house every night. I just, a weird thing. But I heard you had a little OCD thing.
Me?
I heard you, don't you do something before you come out here?
I don't pay attention. What'd you say? No, I'm sorry. No, yeah, probably. I don't notice it. I probably, like, touch the wall or do something.
You know what you do?
What do I do?
You wear a lot of denim shirts.
No, all I have is denim. I have, every year I buy 20 pair of denim pants.
So that's a little OCD.
And I buy 40, no, so I never have to shop, because I just wear the same thing, you know. I mean.
And it goes with your eyes.
And it goes with my, exactly. I do it because it goes with my eyes. That's the important part. So when did you get over it? Do you still do it? Are you still?
Well, I'm not like, you know.
No, really?
No, I mean, I make Cash wash his hands a lot too.
Really?
Yeah,
oh.
yeah, it's a problem. I don't know.
Now I saw your movie and I enjoyed it very much. Now, and you're in the water a lot in this movie. Are you a good swimmer? Is that something?
I am. Yeah. I started swimming before I knew how to walk. Actually, my mother was a lifeguard.
Oh, okay.
But what's funny is I was on a swim team when I was 9, and I was going through that awkward stage, and I was almost as tall as I am now. I was like 5'2", 9, and I was overweight. And my parents thought it'd be a great idea for me to be part of a swim team. Oh. And you know, my brother and I have dark skin, and everyone else was little and skinny and white, and then 2 giant Mexican-looking kids in the water. Well, mind you, we were the only ones that were mixed with anything. It was like a very Caucasian environment. And I would bring, you know, 30 relatives, and everyone would bring their mom or their dad.
You're right.
And so I'm like the biggest one, so I'm in last place. Like every meet, no joke, I'm suffering. I'm running into the little wire in the middle and the side, and I'm going slow and dying and crying. And my dad's like, you gotta finish everything you start. So I would hold up all the meets and be the slowest.
But your family would cheer you on.
My family was always there to cheer me on.
See, that's the great thing about the Latin thing.
Rolling 30 deep.
Yeah, like, you know, my Italian relatives, like when I got started in show business, I'd play a club, and other friends, like their dad or their mom would come. My grandmother, my uncle, hey, Jay on the stage, come on, buddy, hey! And they'd be in the audience screaming and cheering, hey, pretty funny Jay! You're like, Uncle Lou, calm down.
And especially when you're bombing, you don't want to, like, draw attention. So, yeah, I was always, like, the slowest. But then picture day comes, and my mom did full, like, glamour shots, like hair, makeup, big hair, lots of makeup. I'm 9, and I'm huge. And you know, and everyone else is like little and I would
kill to get that picture.
No,
Can you bring me that?
I know, I didn't bring it.
$10,000 to anyone who has that picture.
Yeah.
Now, in this movie, you spend a lot of time in your bikini.
Yeah, I do.
Now, how was your grandma about this? I know your grandmother's pretty strict. Isn't she pretty strict?
Yeah, my grandmother would never let us wear a bathing suit indoors or really around her unless we were at the pool at the country club. Yeah. So, yeah, whenever I was in the house in a bathing suit and I heard like and I would look around, and I knew Grandma was coming with a fly swatter, hitting it against the wall to warn me that she was going to get me with a fly swatter.
Wow, strict Grandma.
Yeah. She didn't like my nalgas, is what she would call it.
Your what?
Nalgas.
Oh.
It's your butt cheeks
hanging out. Well, I have to just disagree with her on that one. Yeah. Well, that's the way. My mom was fairly strict. Was she strict? I remember once my dad and I were watching a fight, because the kitchen was here, and there was a long hall, and then there was the TV room. And we're watching a fight, and during the fight, I remember, I took the Lord's name in vain. I went, and I hear this, what's that noise? My mother comes in with a pot, bong, just knocked me out. I mean, I didn't.
No way.
No, I heard this. I go, what's that? Is there an earthquake? Bong, ow! and just knocked me out of the chair.
Yeah,
so the fly swatter is really not that bad.
Yeah, no.
Look, let's take a break. More with Jessica right after this. Welcome back. Talking with Jessica Alba. Into the Blue is her new picture. You're talking about your grandmother. Now, was she hot on your brother too? Was that a big?
Yeah, when my brother was a kid, especially the baggy pants were in style, and so his friends and he would come over with the big baggy pants, and she would just pull them all the way down. She would just walk him, just be like, you can't wear them half off. You just either off or on. That's how they go.
Wow, Grandma'd be in jail now. Wow.
Well, I mean, come on. She was really not trying to mess with a 12-year-old kid.
Well, I know. Now, are you and your grandma similar in any ways? Do you have any similar traits?
Yeah, I mean, in protecting our men, yeah.
Protecting your men?
Yeah.
Now, you have a gun? What are you saying? You're the jealous. Oh, well, I know you're very jealous. Is your grandmother jealous too? Is she the jealous?
I'm not very jealous to a point where it's unhealthy. I'm healthy jealous.
Well, no, I shook your boyfriend's hand and you were like, hey, wait a minute.
No.
But you're the jealous type, huh?
Well, yeah, you know, I protect him.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how was your grandmother jealous? Would you see her? Was she that way with your grandfather?
No, she absolutely was that way with my grandfather. Any girl that even tried to look his way, she would go right in front of him, but she wouldn't even try to be cool about it. She would just go right in front of the women and stop it right there.
A lot of girls hitting on your grandpa.
Well, you know, he's like a smart, good-looking, tall business guy.
Well, I saw the movie too, and you and Paul Walker have a really good sort of chemistry. Did you know him before this movie?
I met him once before the movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
but I mean, I can have chemistry with the cup. I'm an actress.
Well, that's nice to know. Thanks. I feel better now. Great. Wow. Wow. Gee, I feel so much better now. Now, I read something, and this sounds really dopey, but I try to do my research on it.
Okay.
One of the magazines had an article about you and said one of your fantasies, you know what I'm going to say here?
No.
Was to make love in the Oval Office.
No.
That's what it said.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
What should it have said?
I think it was the In Style article.
In Style. That's it was In Style. Yeah.
And it was, what's hot to you? And they kept saying, is it you in a bathing suit, blah, blah. And I was like, no, it's me in a suit and being surrounded by men in bathing suits. That's way hotter to me than a woman constantly being, the sexual object. Like, why can't it be reversed? And then they were like, well, right? Once in a while. And then I said, we need a female president. And, maybe like a chick in a suit and surrounded by a bunch of little servant men. I don't know. And I was just like bouncing ideas off this lady, and then she put it in print that I wanted to have sex in the Oval Office. So, I mean, that's how things get interpreted, in case anybody was wondering.
Wrong president, but yeah.
Wow.
Born a little.
Wow.
Born too late. So tell us about the movie. I enjoyed the movie. Again, the fun thing about this job is I see movies before I have any idea. All I know is it's Into the Blue. And then it turned out to be this thriller with drug runners and treasure. And I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. Tell people what it's about.
It starts off as this really beautiful movie, and you just see like a day in the life of these island kids. And then it turns into a thriller because they find treasure and a plane filled with cocaine and dead bodies.
Right.
And it's like, what do you do? And then all of a sudden people are after them, and their lives are all in danger. So it's a fun popcorn movie.
Now, what do we have? What's this scene here? This is where...
This scene, I have a 6'6", 250-pound man handcuffed to me, and I'm running away from the bad guys.
Okay, and he's dead.
He's dead.
And and you're handcuffed to the
And
dead
I'm
guy.
handcuffed to him.
Okay, let's see what happens. Here we go. Into the Blue.
Hey, crane's out. One below. No, 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 no!
Control message for patrol, boat 5, over. This is patrol boat 5. Control room, pass your message.
Brolin signed the bike. Jessica Alba. Here we go. Be right back with Julian McMahon right after this. Any way you want. That's good. Cool. All righty, my next guest stars as plastic surgeon Dr. Christian Troy. That sounds like a great TV doctor name, Dr. Christian Troy. In the hit series Nip Tuck, it can be seen Tuesdays on FX. Please welcome Julian McMahon. You guys know each other, right? You're old friends.
We're old buddies.
Yeah.
I attempted to destroy her a few times, off camera.
Yeah.
On camera, we were great lovers.
Yeah.
Well, I
Kind
shouldn't
of.
say that because
Cash is here.
Cash is here. So
We're really great lovers.
let's delete that. Yes, no, we spent 6 months basically shooting Fantastic Four together.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
And then we promoted the movie together and all that kind of stuff.
Now, I know you're from Australia, and
Yes.
your dad was the Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister of Australia, yes.
Yeah, yes, Australia.
Yes, he was. Yeah, I mean, that's,
No, what people
at
don't
this
know
point,
is
I
he
will
is
confirm that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that seems sort of, that would be like one of the Kennedys. Or
That's
something.
exactly what he is. He's Kennedy Jr. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
I went to Australia with this guy.
Yeah.
He is a huge star everywhere. And like people like bow down to him. It's weird.
Apparently
If
has a
I know
different
the real
system.
I was
Julian-
surprised you didn't get on your knees, sweetheart, but let's not talk about it.
You know what?
Uh-oh, here comes Grandma.
Oh, I'm so
Here
sorry.
comes Grandma.
That is so not who you are.
That was so said wrongly, though. I meant bow down. Anyway, let's not
Same
talk
thing, yeah. You know,
No, we went to...
Whatever.
what I
It's a
want-
smaller country.
Right.
It's a much smaller country.
Yes.
And so it's a very different thing.
Yeah.
But my father was Prime Minister of Australia. But between the years of, I think, 1970 or something like that to 73, so it was a short period of time, and I was probably 3, 4, 5 years old during that. So I didn't really have much sense of what was going on, except for running around in diapers and...
But what did they think of you going into acting? I imagine they would have wanted you to be sort of maybe a doctor or something in politics as well?
Yes, I was supposed to be something a little different, a doctor, a lawyer, a politician, something like that. Actually, initially I went into modeling, which was a real no-no because...
Wow, yeah. Dads love that.
Dads really love it when you say, I'm giving up my law degree and I'm going to be a model. Anybody try
Did you
that
do
one?
model? I mean, did you do the thing like in your underpants with the football? You
I
do that
did.
kind of
I did a
stuff?
bunch of things in my underwear.
Yeah.
I like to stay in my underwear as
Right.
often as possible. In fact, I wanted to come out here in my underwear, but they
Really?
wouldn't let me.
Really? Who wouldn't let you? Next time, you're going to do that back. So what was your first film? Was it American? Was it Australian?
My first film was an Australian film. Yeah, why? Why you
Well, I'm
ask?
just curious.
It's just something I'd like to forget, really, you know.
But what was the name of the film? No, this. I'm going somewhere with this.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Wet n Wild,
it
is that the name of it?
Oh, seriously, this is going to be the end of my career. I mean, it was the end of it then, but okay, Wet n Wild Summer is the...
Wet n Wild Summer. Why do you want to forget this? What is it because
Well,
you're...
have you ever seen the movie? You probably
Yeah,
haven't ever
that's
seen
why
the
I'm
movie.
laughing,
So-
actually. Yeah. But there's a scene that makes me... Do you know the scene I'm talking about?
Is it the butt scene?
The butt scene. Explain the butt
Okay.
scene to people.
I had just started acting, and this was my first film, and I was kind of a prudish actor type who
And
didn't...
your dad was Prime Minister.
And my dad was Prime Minister. So I didn't want to be bearing my bottom. And so I said to the producers, I said, I'm not going to do this bottom shot thing, whatever. And it's a shot on a beach where the three of us kind of strip off our bottoms. And so on the day of the actual shoot, the producers came up to me and said, we've got 3 bottom doubles for you, and we want you to take a look at them. Can you imagine? Oh, that looks great. Yeah, I really like that bottom. Anyway, so every bottom they brought to me was over the age of 65 and over 265 pounds. So
Not good.
it was a very different looking bottom than what I was expecting to put on screen. So I decided to do it myself, and you've seen it.
I said we have it here.
Oh, great.
We have to edit it. We have to blur out just a bit. Well, here, just to give people's night. Here it is. Take a scene.
Wow. I don't know if I can got the wrong impression.
Oh, very good.
You even bent over.
Now,
I know. I mean, you can kind kind of see everything there, couldn't you?
Now, I heard you may
We
be
call
up
that the bait and tackle. We're on
the bait and tackle, yes. I heard you're up possibly for the James Bond role. Is this true?
Oh, that's a difficult thing to answer. I mean, I think that a lot of people are up for it. It's kind of one of those beautifully iconic kind of roles.
Would you want to do it? That'd be kind of cool.
Bond. James Bond.
Oh, that's good. That's not bad. And here's my bottom, James Bond.
Exactly.
And here's my bottom.
And here I am bearing my bottom, shaken, not stirred.
I think you'd be a good Bond, actually.
Thank you very much.
Because they've had Australian Bonds in the past, right?
I think they had one. George Lazenby,
Lazenby
was an Australian. They've had a variety.
And Pierce Brosnan was Irish, and Sean Connery was Scottish. So there you are.
Yes, you can kind of come from everywhere.
Now, Nip Tuck, of course, a huge success.
Yes, I bear my bottom in that. Just
Really?
So you know as well.
Really?
In fact, I make it a part of my contract now. Anything I do, I bear my bottom.
Really? Is that part of the deal?
I lost that whole actory thing.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't have it in our deal. But let me ask you this. You play a plastic surgeon. I asked this for a question.
That wasn't very nice.
Because, well, I'm asking because whenever we have people on that are doctors or lawyers, people on the street come up and they think they are that person and they ask them. Do women come up and ask you questions about plastic surgery? Do they go, oh, how do these look? And this,
You know, I get a lot of...
I think he gets that anyway.
I definitely have had some strange things. I was out at dinner a couple of nights ago, and there was a table of about 10 women, and they realized I was walking by, and they went, oh, hey, you're the plastic surgeon. Do I need a breast job? So that kind of thing happens a lot.
And what do you say?
Yes, of course.
You say yes.
What time is it? I'll see you at my house in about a half hour. I do private consultations.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can always stop by if you want to, Jay.
Now, I know...
They're very expensive.
I'll come by and check it out. Now you had the big cliffhanger ending.
Yes, last season, yes.
Okay.
The Carver came and attacked my character, Christian Troy.
Okay, it's the Carver, right? Now, the premiere did very well, right?
Did very well. We
Yeah.
broke a lot of kind of cable records. We did the highest number on FX, and we did the highest for the night across the board between 18 to 49, which is a demographic type thing. You know,
now, did you know if your character would be killed off or not? Did they say to you, or you just come back and you just sort of find out?
No, I knew. I mean, you know, I have kind of a long contract because I'm kind of one of the leads on the show. And so, I hope, anyway. Yeah. And so it would have been a part of my contract to actually say, you know what, we're not continuing with this. You know, I was told a little earlier. Plus, it's probably a nicer way to break it to one of your actors.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we're going to kill you at the end of the season. than just reading it, and I die.
Right, yeah. Well, listen, before you die, will you sign our bike?
I would love to.
You can sign our bike and show your bottom. Julian McMahon, come on over here. Thank you. Anyway you like.
That's the best.